On this episode, we talk about television for on the road.
Not if you want to keep your job. Hey, T-Mobile is looking to merge.
Again, common things have more positivity than you might think.
And robots can build an Ikea chair.
Yeah, and I know something that can take them apart.
The robots or the chairs?
You'll see.
Okay, who needs the right-of-way when you can play rock, paper, scissors?
Shoot. I don't know. You want free swag?
Yeah.
Me too. Well, we remind you to enter the Hellenbacks CD giveaway. Welcome to What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show.
And we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today. So, Scott, I love this. Look at we're matching now.
Yes.
I have my flower shirt on. You have your flower shirt on.
We've had a week of decent weather. I mean, we've got some rain, but it's April.
And it goes up and down for you still.
Yeah, but since everything was so cold all April, we're getting all our April showers in May.
Right. So you survived the naked gardening day.
Yes.
But is it warm enough for you to do your own naked gardening now?
It's a little cool, so
not yet, huh?
If I wasn't comfortable with myself, I would probably say no, but
Okay, give the neighbors a thrill.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, go back and check out episode 101.
Yes, show 101.
Show 101. Episode.
We call them shows.
They are shows.
Yes.
I was showing.
Yes, you were.
If you want to go back and see what we're talking about, you can do that. But I heard that you have a new driver candidate possibly.
There's no way in hell that I would hire this guy.
Why not?
Well, first of all, people have heard me every once in a while, if you've watched our show from the beginning, how I rant about how insurance has gotten stupid. My insurance went up 400%, which is just stupid. And now I know why. This guy from New York was watching a movie on his phone while he's driving. Really?
Well, and here's the worst part. It wasn't even like in front, like you do like a heads up display,
right?
Set it up on your dashboard. He had it even with him. It was sitting on the console to his left.
Correct.
His left.
Basically, where all the controls are for lightings and door switches and stuff. If you've ever
ridden, not even behind that. If you look at it, it's behind the cup holder.
It just
if you look at it and you watch it, it's behind the cup holder.
I complain constantly because we're a small company. I hire my people to be safe. We don't do that many miles. In 16 years of business, we've had one tiny claim for $1,400 from a parking lot thing when you're trying to move a big vehicle in a small area.
Sure.
To do something this stupid as a professional driver, I'm dumbfounded.
And I don't think the weather was all that good either, because you can see the wipers going and stuff like that.
Yes.
He's a tour bus driver, and the passengers are just recording him while he's watching TV, driving around. I'd be like, hey, dude, you want to watch TV? Hop out of that seat. I'll take over.
If you have been paying attention to the news the past couple of months, you'll know that the Midwest and the East Coast have been getting hammered with late winter snows. This happened in the last week of April. In New York, they were still getting snow and sleet and stuff, and he's doing this. That just doesn't make any sense.
Yep. So is that part of your driving test? You hand them the phone with a video playing and go, okay, now do you watch What Happened to the World Today, or do you drive?
Well, see, that wouldn't be fair. They're going to watch the show.
And you go, I'll listen to the podcast.
There you go. Yes. Listen to the podcast. You win. You get the job.
There it is. I'd listen to the podcast. So that's how you hire people.
Yeah. But, I don't want to talk about this part of this anymore because I don't want to get on the soapbox.
Oh, well, yeah, because you'll last on a soapbox for like about a minute. But it's going to be easier for people now. Well, maybe easier for people now to watch our show because T-Mobile and Sprint are doing what?
There is a possibility they're actually going to do the merge.
Well, okay, so here's the deal. T-Mobile has been trying to merge with anybody and anyone for the past decade.
Probably. It sounds about right.
Right? Because they were trying to get with AT&T, and the Communication Commission, or whatever they're called, said no.
It'll be too close to a monopoly.
No, too close to a monopoly.
Yeah.
So now they're going to try and go with Sprint. And did you hear? It's not that expensive of a merger. Do you hear how much money it's going to cost T-Mobile and Sprint to merge?
If I guess what I did?
What did you did?
I closed the wrong window.
So you don't know how much it was? I'll help you. It is $26.5 billion. Billion with a B.
Wait a minute.
Billion.
That's it?
$26.5 billion. That's what I told you. It wasn't that
Why
expensive.
don't we do this?
So, you know, Verizon and AT&T are the other two companies, and both company claims that the successful merger would make them a leader in the formative early years of 5G mobile networks.
Right.
5G. I thought that we were going to LTE, and that was it.
Yeah.
Long-term evolution. What happened to long-term? What's long-term now? 2 years?
Well, you know, for the lifespan of a gnat, that's like an eternity.
Yeah, I mean, it's still got to clear through there. There's the FCC. So
Yes.
the Federal Communications Commission and the Justice Department.
Right.
The Justice Department is going to tell you whether it's a monopoly or not. And
Well, the other thing that I find is really interesting is T-Mobile has been very progressive in trying to build a network that is more user-friendly with less drops and stuff like that.
sure.
They've been spending a ton of money, and they're for being the quote-unquote new kids on the block compared to AT&T and Sprint that have been around for
Well,
like 30
AT&T and Verizon.
and Verizon, right?
Verizon spent
So-
a ton of money and put up a ton of antennas.
Right.
I'd be more than happy to tell you that and charge you for it too.
But the new technology is supposed to avoid using these giant towers. They're supposed to be using more of something that they can put on telephone poles all around the place. So they're smaller, less expensive,
Yep.
and that way there's more hubs in a local area. And
You still have the wires to get there. AT&T's pissed off about that because they're still supporting all the wires.
correct. But T-Mobile's been instrumental in this, along with U.S. Cellular. So I would have loved to see U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile get together, but they're both in the same boat. They don't have the support.
Yeah. And they're looking at this, if it gets completed, this won't be till July of 2019. So we're
Right.
still more than a year away.
Right. But in the grand scheme of things, that's not that far away because it takes forever to get government approval for anything.
And here's the one that I didn't know that was on the same network. So T-Mobile was on the network. Yes.
Right.
Sprint would be on the network.
Right.
Which then in turn would take Metro PCS, right? Because that's T-Mobile.
Okay. Yeah. Correct. Correct.
Boost Mobile, right? That's the other version.
Oh,
of
yeah.
Right. So you got the T-Mobile and Sprint. You got Metro PCS and Boost Mobile. Here's the one I didn't know was going to be on the T-Mobile network. Virgin Mobile. I didn't know Virgin Mobile was on the T-Mobile network.
Really? Because they're kind of small.
Yeah, they're very small, and they're riding along on somebody else's stuff.
Right.
But yeah, so they'll all be absorbed into T-Mobile.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool.
I'm actually looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong. I've been with AT&T since the beginning. When they split up and they became singular for a while, and then they went back to being AT&T.
But that's only because that's the only coverage you have in your area.
That is correct.
You would have moved off of them if you had that option. There are some places where you have to go with the carrier so that you have phone service in your house.
Yeah.
I was going to get a landline, and everybody goes, "Oh yeah, you can have a landline, la 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 la, whatever." I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if I remember to tell you this, but I actually broke down and I canceled my landline service and went with VoIP.
Yeah, we were talking about it. I don't know if we finished the conversation on our show.
They upped the price again. My bill went up to $120 some odd for a single line landline.
That's ridiculous.
And I'm like, what? So now I have VoIP, which works just as good.
Voice over IP, voice over Internet Protocol. I'm replacing an acronym with another acronym. I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it. So voice over Internet Protocol.
Yeah, and now I pay $18 a month.
Well, what was the other $102 for?
I haven't figured that out yet. Well, probably for all the telephone lines and stuff like that. Again, I understand.
Well, again, you got to support the infrastructure.
Yes.
It's become ridiculous.
It has. I mean, there's a point where, and the reason it keeps going up because more and more people are leaving them, and they need to make it up from the existing customer base.
No, you're exactly right. I'm looking at cutting the cable, although I don't have a cable. I have a satellite dish. I'm ready. I'm this close to going, forget it. I don't even care about the recorder anymore. That was my big thing that's holding me back was the TiVo
DVR
service, the DVR, because I can't watch anything live. I have to watch everything recorded. I'm never.
Yeah.
And I may not get to it for a week, and that was the disadvantage of Hulu because it's only up for like 10 days or a week or whatever.
Right.
So we'll see. But I'm ready to say goodbye, DirecTV. See you later, and just go with Hulu. I might miss out on some sports, but I don't watch that much TV, and it's not worth $200 a month.
Right.
You know, and I think I could take the Hulu thing and just plug it into whatever TV I'm watching because I only have TV downstairs or TV up in the bedroom, which they say you're not supposed to have because you're not supposed to sleep well. But my studio's up here too, so
yes,
I have the studio because the TV's in the studio.
Susie can't fall asleep unless the TV's on.
Well, there are people like that because it has to occupy their brain. Otherwise, the brain gets going and they have nightmares and it wakes up.
Yes, she does. That's her. And
but then again, if you don't have the nightmares and your brain can't get that stress out from the day, you continue to have the stress. So I'm saying pull the plug out of TV, let her have the nightmares, and maybe the stress will come down during the day. I mean, I know it sounds weird. It sounds counterintuitive, but the reason you're having those nightmares is your body coping with the stress of the day. And we talk about our positivity in that. That's one of the reasons that we need to do that. And you know what I don't see here?
Our message of the day.
I don't see a positivity quote.
How did we do that?
So I
have make one up?
No, I have it. Well, all right. So take a look down below, and they're numbered. Do you like two or three better to fit into what we're talking about? He's got
number two. Number two. Yeah.
Number two. We're going to grab two then.
As a matter of fact, I'll even read this one.
You're going to read it? Okay. Well, I'm going to move it. So is that going to mess
you up?
No,
I got it right where it needs to be.
All right. I won't move it yet. All right. Go ahead.
All right. The art of being happy lies in the power of extracting happiness from common things.
Right. So when you're doing something, just enjoy it. Exactly. If you're walking to the bus, enjoy the walk. If you're riding a bus, enjoy it. If you're eating, enjoy it. If you're drinking water, enjoy that drink.
If you're watching a movie while you're driving the bus, enjoy that until you get fired.
Until you get fired. Let's all enjoy a drink together, shall we? Clean, healthy water. Let's just enjoy.
That's what I'm drinking. You use water. Now, there's one.
Isn't that good? No, you're not enjoying it. All right. Okay, everybody.
Wait, I got to pour more water in here now.
Scott is throwing the brakes on. Here we go. Here it comes. This is where Scott throws the show into a screeching halt. We're going to enjoy the water. So I want you to drink it and then enjoy it. Ready? Drink. There you go. Now, wasn't that much more fun?
It was. It was.
See, I'm going to help you to relax. So the art of being happy lies in that power of extracting happiness from common things.
Correct.
And you didn't extract the happiness there. You know what I just realized? The green on my shirt is kind of strobing with the
oh yeah, and just on one side though, which is even more weird.
Kind of weird.
Now the thing I wanted to actually get back to was to mention that
Back to the Future.
This brilliant message was quoted from Henry Ward Beecher.
But you don't know who that is.
No, but I always give credit where credit is due.
Okay.
That's only fair.
And you also use credit because you don't have cash to pay for it.
Usually.
Yeah. So, are we going to move on, or are we going to look up who Henry Ward Beecher is?
No. Could do both.
You know who he is?
I do not.
He was American. He was an American Congregational clergyman.
Oh yeah,
social reformer.
Social reformer. Yeah.
Back from the 1813s in Litchfield, Connecticut.
See those Connecticut people? They were smart.
Sure. But that's see, so nothing has really changed. We've talked about this before. All the secrets of how people work and what they want out of life and that hasn't changed. All this stuff is back from Zig Ziglar. From 1956, books were written about how to deal with people, how to influence people, what people want for happiness. So the good news is we have all the answers out there. All these people that are giving you new stuff, my book that I'm going to be writing, it's repackaging what we already know.
Yes.
We have to remind ourselves to do these things because we forget. We internalize and we do it. And as we internalize, we make it our own, we veer off of the path. We need to get back to the happiness and positivity. And that's what we're doing. And that's what we do on this show.
Exactly.
But
we're happy people.
You know what I heard? I heard that some people are so happy because they don't have to build IKEA furniture anymore.
See, now I don't understand that because truly I enjoy spending 7.5 hours building things from IKEA.
Right. But now it only takes, 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
Yep.
See, now the instructions say you can build this in under an hour, but I have never been able to pull it off in under an hour, ever.
Well, the University of Singapore programmed a computer or a robot to put together an IKEA chair.
Yes.
20 minutes.
Now,
no, I lied. It said 20 minutes, but they did it in 8 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yes. Is that not the coolest things?
8 minutes and 55 seconds. And okay, yes, they went through and they programmed the whole thing to do it all. But they just told it what the pieces were and they laid them out. And it had to find the piece and pick it up.
Right.
It's not that hard.
Well, the reason they're saying 20 minutes is because it spent the 11 minutes scanning
the
all
pieces.
the parts to make the piece, so it knew what to do.
Right, but it put it together
in 8.5.
Yeah,
which is pretty impressive.
So, if you say so, but I don't think that's impressive.
So.
I don't think it's impressive. There are robots building cars.
Yes,
that's not that impressive. Do you want to know what's impressive?
The guy who programmed the computer?
No.
The robot?
No. A snake taking part a commercial oven. That's impressive. And you go, Steve, snakes can't take apart commercial ovens.
Steve, snakes can't take apart commercial ovens.
And to that I say, I have video.
I want to see proof.
So here comes a video. It was filmed off a phone, so it's landscape mode, so there's going to be a huge thing. But here we go. So this is a commercial kitchen. Okay, and you can hear him dropping the screws, which I'd be dropping the screws too, knowing that there's a snake in there. Now, this is in Australia. Get ready. Why is the oven not working? Because the snake is taking the wires off of the connectors.
Oh, how cool is that?
Look at that.
Now, and as you can see, the snake is actually alive.
Yeah, going for the warmth. But yeah, the snake's just disconnected all the wires. So I'm not impressed that robots can put together something. Here's a snake that can take apart an oven. There it is. All done. Snake in the bag.
How cool is that, huh?
All done. There you go. How was that?
Now I will admit that is an intelligent snake.
Well, he's going for the warmth.
Yeah.
And he was successful.
Or there could have been a rodent nest in there and it was up there for the food.
And it not only took the oven apart, but it ate all the rodents out of the kitchen.
Which is great for the health department codes. No more rodents. There's nothing in the health department codes that says that there's a problem with snakes. Nothing.
Well, wait
rodents?
A minute.
Yes, snakes.
Yeah, it says you have to get rid of the rodents. It doesn't say how.
That's correct.
That's pretty good.
See?
Your decision-making skills are very good. Yes, we're going on to the next subject. We have time.
Okay.
So I want to know how this came about. So tell everybody the title.
Okay. Drivers solve merging dilemma with rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. Now, this isn't Houston.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This isn't downtown Delavan. This is Houston.
What happened to right of way?
Well, it's probably in a construction area. They don't actually specifically say that, but I'm thinking it's a construction area where people were forced to merge. And as I'm sure you know, especially during rush hour, people get really cranky because they're in a hurry. Nobody wants to go, take turns. Nobody wants to do – I shouldn't say nobody. That's a bad word. No. There is a percentage of people
don't want to let people merge in.
Right.
So if you're sitting there and you're side by side in traffic like this.
Yes.
And somebody's got to let somebody in because it's going to one lane. You decide to do rock, paper, scissors.
Yes.
And the other person goes along with it.
Exactly. And the other person won, so the guy let him go. So
Really?
He was not just doing the game. He was legit. He says, you won, you go in front of me.
Okay, so.
That's cool.
It is cool, except for he filmed this on his phone.
No. It was filmed by somebody else in the car.
I'm looking at the picture, and it looks like him.
All right, maybe you're right. Yeah, you're right.
One hand on the phone.
One hand doing. Wait a minute. How was he steering? Well, they weren't moving. Remember, they were stuck in traffic.
Stuck waiting to go. Okay, I'm still saying maybe. Maybe since we bookended this show, maybe we found another driver for you.
There you go.
On your bus. So you got one guy who's watching TV, not watching the road, and the other guy who's got no hands on the steering wheel. So I think you have two.
Wait a minute. I just thought of something from our last show. Maybe this guy was steering with his gardening tool.
Yeah. Okay. No, he wasn't naked gardening.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because this is past naked gardening day, and he wasn't naked driving.
It's stuck in my head forever now, Steve. Sorry.
That show's going to last for a while. Everybody needs to go back to show 101.
101. Yep, 101.
See what Scott's talking about. But in moving on from show 101, it's that time again to remind you.
The Hellenbacks CD. Woohoo!
Right, the Hellenbacks. Woo! What a great band. 13 songs.
Now,
you get all 13.
FYI,
I am not going to take any of the songs off of this CD. Well, it's Vampires in the Desert.
That's right.
What number would be lucky for a vampire?
666?
Right? No. That's Satan.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Not a vampire. Vampires aren't devils. There it is. Autographed by all of the band members. I see you.
I see you too.
Autographed.
You should have gone through the hole in the middle of the CD, though. That would have been cooler. Yeah, except you can't see it. You should have. Yeah.
I can see you, but I can't.
Yeah. But anyway, you could win this. All you have to do is put a comment in any of our shows saying, I want the CD. Now I can see your eyeball.
Cool.
Well, sort of.
So everybody on the podcast is going, what are they doing? I looked through the hole in the CD to make Scott happy.
Yes, and you know why there's a hole in the CD? So it looks like a record.
To make Scott happy.
They're going, what's a record?
Make a comment. Make a comment on the video. I want the CD. I want the Hellenbacks CD. Everybody who makes a comment gets a drawing. Subscribe. Put your name on there. Make a comment. We can even open it up if you want more drawings to invite a friend. Invite a friend. Tell them to put it, but make sure they use your screen name and say Vampire123 told me that I wanted the CD and he wants the CD. So you make sure that you both get it. We'll do the drawing that way. And that's for this show. This show is what? What's the name of this show?
What happened to the world today?
Okay, but that's not really the way how we say it, but okay.
No.
What happened to the world today? And then you can go to my channel, what happened to Las Vegas today? And you can make a comment over there. And that'll get you a second entry. Yay!
That's right.
Right. And then you can have a friend subscribe and put the message in there. Hey, Vampire123 and I would like the CD. Boom. Entry for them, entry for you. Now you have two entries. Now you want a third entry. Scott, how did I get a third entry?
They have to do one on Fun Guy the Entertainer Cooks for You.
All right, and all these links are down in the Show More section down there. There you go. Look, Scott's actually doing stuff now. I've got him being animated finally. He goes, when I stand up, I move around and do all kinds of stuff because that's what I do when my shows. I go, well, stand up. He goes, well, I don't want to stand up for our show. I go, well, then you got to be more animated. So you'll see his hands on the screen every now and then now.
Yes, it's better than where they usually are.
So how many opportunities do you have to get your name in the drawing for the CD for the month of May?
Now, some people would say
unlimited.
Exactly. But some people would have said, see, you blew it. I was going to say 6 because you get 3 and 3. But it's unlimited because you have unlimited amount of friends.
You tell 2 friends and they'll tell 2 friends. And if you get a chain going where you told Tom and Tom told Vampire 1, 2, 3, 4 and Vampire 1, 2, 3 fold, so it's Sally Mae, and you guys could figure out how to mention everybody's name in the comment, I'll put each in for the drawing. I don't care. We're looking for subscribers, folks. That's the big thing. Mash up that button. The little subscribe button is right about there.
Wait.
Nope. Right about here. Right about here for me. And now it's going to move up and it's going to be over here at the end of the show. It'll be over there. It'll be bigger over there. But during the whole show, it's been right about here. So you just push that little button and subscribe. Subscribe. And with that, I want to say thank you for watching. I want you to live every day. Oh, I said it backwards and it messed him up. Look at that. All right, I'll say it in the right order and see if he's paying attention. He's ready to jump on it. I want you to live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
If you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
then please subscribe, like, enter the contest. Enter. Okay? And I want you to live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
And don't forget to share, and have a good one.
Be crazy, and watch you step amazing.